EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the world's steel capital in the city of bridges, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and Acrisure Stadium. Today we've got a fun little clash in the AFC, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good start. One play, 10 yards. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Jones. And his throw here is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. That's to his tight end, Tyler Warren. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They'll come up now 3rd and 9. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes we get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Okay, so take the nice run off the board, an illegal block in the back, and they'll be forced to try it again. To throw, it's Rodgers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
On play action, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 54 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
He'll take it inside the 25.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7. action. Now it's Rodgers. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Gainwell. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Nice job there after the setback, 11 yards, and now it's 2nd and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their body.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. DK Metcalf from 3 yards out. And the Steelers are on the board first here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense. So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. This one completes Alec Pierce. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play. Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
A gain of 10 brings up 3rd and inches.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Jones keeps it himself. And he is going to have a Colts first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And scored that one for one of the league's best. Jalen Ramsey getting the tackle for loss.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
This is screen to Abdullah. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Running straight ahead, Taylor. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Badgley able to knock this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On play action, now Rodgers. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jermaine Pratt fighting in and dropping him for the loss.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On play action, it's Rodgers. And Wilson with it, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup at 25.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a play fake. Rodgers going right back to Wilson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. And again, it's Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. (10-3) our score after 1 here on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. Jones will sneak it, and he is going to have a Colts 1st down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Taken down at the 42.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on 2nd down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
This is where you can try and get a tight end in space. They like this matchup, so they're going to let their 2 receivers to his outside run simple little short routes, hoping to suck up the secondary. And that'll free up space for their tight end on a corner route to make a big play.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
And same result. He's going to take this just to the line of scrimmage before running into a brick wall.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're just roam and hit.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
They really look comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 12. 2nd play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. T.J. Watt, always the disruptor, there to blow that play up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. And he's not able to get away, sacked back at the 22. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And pressure coming, and they got it once again. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Here's Rodgers. That's caught. It's Austin left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
catch is made by Metcalf. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Running left, it's Warren. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Here's Rodgers to throw. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And it's Tommy Wahatabare, the one who got in there for the sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. To throw is Rodgers. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
On for the field goal. A 43-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. A touchdown would tie it. They trail 13-6 as they come up with a 1st and 10. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing on second down, Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. On the return is Williams. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Throwing is Rodgers. He'll find Metcalf. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. All right, so they'll march backwards on the illegal block in the back.
And that's always a really tough call for the official, and I tend to give the benefit of the doubt. Remember, a block from the side is legal, but that time they made the determination that that one did come in the back.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. 2nd and 6. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Shreds the tackle. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
44-yard line.
Now Rodgers. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now it's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 4th down, Corliss Waitman on to punt. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike Badgley.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together.
27-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Rodgers. Throwing middle, and it's complete. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Warren will try to right side. They juked him. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On the give, it's Warren. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I would think as a play call, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end, any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was, because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
The throw out wide going to be incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now where will the side judge stop his clock? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
2nd and 7 from the 20. Throwing, Jones. That's caught. It's Josh Downs. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
Yeah, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now Jones. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
On 3rd and short, not only did he get away from the rush and pick up a 1st down, he picked up a whole lot more than that. And how did he get it done? Evaded the rush, kept his poise, and then how about him directing traffic as he moved downfield to pick up extra blockers? A really nice run.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Now a 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? On the counter, it's Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. Just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
A handoff for Warren. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another 1st down run right there.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Caught on a slant. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 10 yards out. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there, tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start with the option. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That's complete to Pierce. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Now a handoff, Taylor with it. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
2nd down and 8. Off the play fake, Jones. So they'll get nothing out of that play. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now 3rd down and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going up top for Taylor. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Rodgers going to throw. And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Rodgers now to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, They had to punt it away, this time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. 72 yards rushing for him now to this point.
After another impressive run, the question has to be asked, how do you slow these guys down running the football? I think they're going to try and get more people to the point of attack, try and get more people to the line of scrimmage, almost use a variety of run blitzes in order to try and get it done.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. From the 45 on second down, Jones. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and inches.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. They're looking at third and a few inches. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. 2 yards is the pickup, and it's good enough for an Indianapolis first down.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on third down, usually you'd think fourth down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on third. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
They tried the throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Oh, no, he lost the football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And it'll be a turnover. This is going the other way. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
That quick throw there is incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
The Steelers send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. Called out a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Jones throwing to start the drive. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So holding on the offense, they go ahead and decline the penalty, and the ball will change hands on the fumble recovery.
Back to throw now on 1st down. His throw incomplete. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop one pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
They'll run it, Warren. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 108 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
And he's going to be met behind the line of scrimmage and taken down. And a penalty flag is going to come out on top of it. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Now they'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd down and long.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Completes it to Austin. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
A 47-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a 1-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On the handoff, Taylor. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away.
47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
In motion goes the tight end. Throwing on second and long. Rodgers. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
And the Steelers on third down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 17.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
The Waitman now to punt as he sends this one away.
That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
94 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Jones. And that's off the mark. Incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 30. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And they have done themselves absolutely no favors to earn a win today in this one, Charles. The turnover woes continue. On that last drive, they had that fumble that led to a touchdown.
And Brandon, I would say they have a mission on this drive, and the bottom line is protect the football. Just put together something that they can let the last drive go. Yeah, it was a bad play. They gave up points, but that doesn't mean it has to go that way the rest of this ball game. Do what you do best on offense and try and put the ball in the end zone yourself.
To throw again on second down. Jones hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On 3rd down, he obviously wants to throw the football, but there's nowhere to go with it, so he takes off and goes. And nowadays, to get to the first down marker, he blows right past it and picks up big yardage. Partner, that's a great bit of improvisation.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. T.J. Watt getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where his coaches...
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got it. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Alec Pierce, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know.
It doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Five points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts
A 6-yard pickup.
as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
21-yard line.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Now a run with Warren. And he is going to have a Steeler first down. All smiles on that sideline. That should be the one to do it.
Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And the knee is taken for the Steelers out of the victory formation. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com.
The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.